Virginia in all orange, North Carolina in their Carolina blue. We have been waiting for this game for some time. As I mentioned, so many of the Heels have never even played in an ACC game. That changes tonight. Already got a hold on the initial draw. It'll go to Virginia, so we'll get to see the Cavaliers on offense first. Cormier with the ball in his cross. Peyton Cormier pulled the trigger card.
They're not. And you saw Schellenberger getting aggressive from behind the cage.
Krieg making to stop the freshman Colin Krieg, and 4 shots on that possession alone for the Cavaliers.
Just what we expected. And Krieg, only a freshman, his first ACC action against this offense on a Thursday night down in Charlottesville. That is a huge first stop for the kid.
Colin Krieg from Ward Melville, Stony Brook, New York, out on Long Island. This is going to be an opportunity. Great pass and a score for the Heels. What a feed that time from Jacob Kelly.
Nicky Solomon cans it, but it's the feed by Kelly to thread the needle through the sticks of the defense. And Virginia, tough play by Perry to keep his feet. And getting that ball out real quickly, not allowing Virginia to set up with their 3 across attackmen who like to drop and then hit you with pressure.
Here's Tanner Cook. Over to Anderson, one of the team captains, veteran. He finds inside. It's Gray. Gray scores his first in an ACC game.
They share the rock, and it's a selfless unit. William Perry is known primarily
as they try and singe the twine for the first time tonight. Let's check out this man-up unit for the Hoos. Moore now goal line extended. Behind the cage is Schellenberger. Out front, Krieg is beaten. That's Peyton Cormier in his 15th of the year.
Cormier is the lower left scorer, and he can do it from 10 to 12, but he can also sting it on the low pipes. Canadian box background, shoots in tight quarters. Money in the bank for 20. This offense with this seasoned midfield really lets the attack do their thing.
Gray with an opportunity here, just fires it wide. There's Lars Tiffany. Broke through in 2019 with the national championship. Cook quickly in front. That's a goal. That's easy. Good look for Cook, and he found Nicky Solomon right on the doorstep.
Virginia, when you turn on the tape and you watch them against Syracuse, they struggled off ball when the ball was behind. And Carolina has Cook, who's a midfielder, starting from B.
He had 12 shots on goal in just about 5 minutes worth of lacrosse. Number 39, true freshman Colin Krieg has taken over and really won the job in net for North Carolina. Young man out of Ward Melville. Has been outstanding this year. Get tested and he'll get beat. Down low is Regan Quinn. And Virginia cuts the deficit to 1.
This is big. When we spoke to Lars Tiffany and his entire staff, he said he wanted to get more midfielders on the game because of the fact that this will be a track meet and we could see 35, 40 goals. So enter Regan Quinn.
Cook, boy, he is just deadly from there, isn't he?
Yeah, he reminds me of Peyton Cormier. When you look at 24 in orange, 77 in baby blue, a lot like him. This is 6-on-4 against an offense that hasn't been great man up, but they average 19 goals per game. They know how to make that ball fly and find the open man. Big time shooters, and this is the conductor, Chris Gray, number 4.
skip pass. Trippy. Big shot in the goal. William Perry. No stranger to man up goals himself.
No, he can absolutely let it fly. Carolina buys in to sharing the wealth. That's 3 times as many as the next guy on Carolina. I was mentioning Will Bowen earlier. He was injured his first year, last year the shortened season. This guy is a superstar.
Cook has a lot of room to operate. Now on the wing, and Kelly finishes.
You have Chris Gray. You have Nicky Solomon. Mainstays at the attack spot. Kelly is so good because he does a little bit of everything. You saw him with a brilliant feed earlier in the first quarter from that same spot.
Left to kill off for William Perry in the heels.
Tucci's going to get off the hook. When you make that kind of a mistake in terms of an illegal stick, it's draining on you, and you get so anxious in terms of allowing a team to get back in, but it doesn't look like Virginia will.
And that's even bigger than killing off the penalty. A man-down goal for Brian Cameron after Perry just threw it into the middle of the field in desperation.
Wow. You know, sometimes when you have that extra guy, you're compromised, right? You get out of your base 6-on-6 defense. You see the double, the desperation type feed to that.
6-2 Carolina on top. And you see with Tucci still in the penalty box, Tyre with the draw, and he wins it to himself. He'll take a shot and score!
Coming into the season, Tucci was a known. Tyre not so much. But 15 in blue is from a similar mold as Tucci. Long, athletic, can fly down the field. And if you
getting more and more minutes. Cormier plays some at attack. Also runs with the midfield. Cormier on the Tuart mid-season watch list. And boy, Charlie Bertrand got left open and just stung that lower corner.
I love this goal by Bertrand because he stops his feet so he doesn't lose his angle, and then he keeps it in his left hand to increase his angle even more. By not continuing north-south, he keeps that fresh angle and a better look at Krieg, puts it back in his left hand, and then hits that.
7.5-year plan as an undergraduate. Here's Cook. Full head of steam. Back over to Perry. Gets to the middle of the field, but harassed all the way. Thought about stepping back, now back to his left. 15 to shoot for Carolina. Cook in front, he scores!
What a handle, and what recognition. And when you pass it to a guy like Cook, who for all intents purposes is covered, he plays by different rules because of how
Cormier misses, he'll stay with Virginia, 12 seconds left in the penalty. That pass was forced, and Conor Marr was there to pick it off. That'll kill the penalty. This is what we're talking about with Marr. He'll run.
Yeah, he's so good.
When Gray in front, he scores! What a fake! Paul, how did he keep possession?
Well, I said Conor Marr is so good. Well, guess who else is so good? Chris Gray. Wow. Look at the recognition and the feel and instincts to get the stick in front of him when he sees that. 1-3-2 offensively, because right now, from a man-up perspective, they're not capitalizing on those opportunities that Carolina's given them. Carolina has given them chances.
Slide comes. That leaves Perry open, and he buries it.
The recognition of Chris Gray and knowing his teammate Solomon hit Tanner Cook on a jam pass because he knows his teammates. Well, you know your teammate William Perry.
McCarthy, O'Connell, and Trippy. That's O'Connell, kind of a do-everything player for Bresci.
Yeah, come.
McCarthy, he's a big fellow too, number 32, the transfer from Princeton. Tough angle shot, and Nicky Solomon finds the back of the net.
This is perfect. He's about to shoot, and I'm like, no, you don't have an angle, young man. Well, the jumper increases the angle a little bit in terms of his leverage and looking at the cage, but the margin for error on the shot is ridiculous. You hear it hit the pipe, and he...
Top 5 plays of the year so far in lacrosse coming your way at the half.
Hey, young shot clock! Shot clock!
Shot clock is ostensibly turned off here at the final minute of this first half. And of all the great stops Krieg has made, that was a little bit of a softie, wasn't it, Cart? But Virginia will take it.
It was, but credit Griffin Harris, who's a senior, and he knows his team is on the ropes, and I applaud him for being aggressive and getting to the rack.
For North Carolina. Now here's Doc Sakin. Bowen on Matt Moore. Up top to Cormier. Connor Moore on him. Now comes the double. Aiken. Back to his left. Double comes to get the better of Doc Sakin, but that leaves someone open. It's Cormier, and he buries it.
Give Docs a ton of credit in terms of beating this double. Okay, you send a pull to Doc Aiken, and you're daring him to be a passer, but athletically, he can still run by you. Peyton Krieg, that they're very compact, right? So you got to beat him with a skip.
Krieg goes down and stops Moore. Career high 12th save for Krieg. They kill off the man down. Now they'll look to clear, and they don't. Turns it over. Here comes Virginia and Laviano. Great look. Cormier scores.
This is a beautiful pass by Ian Laviano. And Cormier has the ability to heat up 24 in orange. From the ride, one of Virginia's staples. If you're going to get back in this game, your ride has to be on point. Laviano knows he's got a numbers game, and Cormier odds better, Chris.
Yeah, right now Bowen on Moore. Just been harassing him all night long with the 24 from North Carolina. Quinn, who has a goal earlier in this game, fired it wide. Here comes Schellenberger. He's got Lawhead on him. Transfer from BU. Gets a field. Lawhead was right there to make the shot difficult. Schellenberger, quick look inside, and a goal for Virginia. Here come the Who's, that's Jeff Connor.
Don't go anywhere. These offenses are too potent and can hit you too quickly. We featured Schellenberger in the open as a distributor. You see that pass too. You have two north-south Dodgers in Nicholas and McCarthy, and then you throw the ex-attackman Trippy in there.
Good look from Gray to Kelly, just couldn't quite get it on net. Here's Kelly, goal line extended. To Gray. Oh, beautiful shovel shot. All
you young bucks that love the game and want to add some flair to your repertoire, spend some time in the backyard trying things. Innovate, take risks, because if you do that, all over 5 and orange. Let Schellenberger take a run here.
Lawhead doubles up Cormier. Schellenberger now up front. Just couldn't get enough on it. Cormier wins the battle against Moore to get to the ball. Remember, on a shot, if you're the closest to the ball, wherever it goes out of bounds, you win possession for your team, and Virginia did just that. 20 to shoot. Moore trying to get free from Bowen. Has him on his skates, and he scores!
That's a competitor. Matt Moore knows tonight hasn't been his night. With 7:32 left in the third quarter, he wants his shot at the big dog Bowen. This game is heating up. Gray with the backhand, and then Moore, one of the top attackmen in college, is going after that short stick matchup. And Fox is hanging tough.
Another long defensive possession for Virginia. 36 to shoot for Carolina. Perry inverted, looking for a cutter. Defender falls down. Perry can't take advantage, but he gets it to Cook, who's open, and he scores.
Grayson Soliday is playing Perry, and when he falls down, Virginia panics a little bit, right? Now they feel like they need to send help, and you look at Fox, who then tentatively goes 34 and orange.
So Virginia keeps it, but only 18 to shoot. Schellenberger on Connor Marr. A little bit of a mismatch there. Ball is tipped again. So it'll stay with Virginia. 10 seconds to shoot. Moore will quarterback. Bowen checks him. A little bit too high on the check. Got away with it, but Moore scores.
The great ones find a way and can take an opportunity when you're being smothered by a defender like Bowen. He's got nothing there. Bowen's actually playing pretty good defense, but at the last step, Moore feels Bowen and his stick behind him. And the
Chris Gray calling for it. McCarthy keeps it. Over to Solomon. He's got Merle on him. Will Solomon make him pay? Short stick. All behind the back, and a score from Chris Gray.
Come on. This is ridiculous. I mean, you talk about a player that is just beyond smooth. And Chris Gray is the type of playmaker that literally does everything. We know about him as a ball carrier. We know about him as a passer. As an inside, nifty, crafty finisher that just wows you with these shots that are just not normal.
Marr picks up the loose change on the draw. Gray now has 4 goals on 8 shots on the night. He's gonna get an open shot here for Carolina, and they score. That's Matt Wright.
You know, you love to see a guy like Matt Wright cash in because he does all the dirty work. He leads Carolina in ground balls outside of the 2 face-off guys, so you know he's scrapping.
Krieg is there. Harris tried to scoop it in front. Quinn, now Harris will get a shot. He fired it behind the back. Wide of the cage. Moore is there. Quinn scores on Virginia's 50th shot of the night.
Regan Quinn wants some more playing time, and he's making a case. You saw him in the first quarter getting the goal. Matt Moore, great recognition, and Regan Quinn.
And helps out. That means Moore's got the shorty on him. It's Parker Alexander. Will he look to take advantage?
Yes.
Bertrand, just couldn't quite get to the loose ball in time to fire a shot. Virginia stays on it though. Cormier. Bresci called that timeout before we went to the break. Just want to clarify on the dead ball. Moore still has Alexander on him. Good look in front. Schellenberger scores.
What a pass. Matt Moore knows he has a shorty on him, so the entire blue defense will be looking to help. Farthest man on the back pipe is Conor Schellenberger, who, to be honest with you, I think to feel pressure and to take chances and risks. And those are all the right shots. It's just not a lot of people could do it, so you don't see it all the time. But you feel the defensive pressure on your top hand, and you sling it behind your back. That's the right play.
That's the right play right there for Virginia. Jeff Connor, second of the night, gets him to within 3.
Connor stepping up. We saw Regan Quinn with a couple of goals. It's the knowns at attack and some of the unknowns at midfield that are making it rain for the Cavaliers. And Connor.
Petey LaSala, Carolina now has gone over 10 minutes without scoring. They've done a good job of running the clock down, but here comes Virginia down 3 with possession. Moore just being absolutely harassed. Over to Harris. Huge possession for Virginia. And it's in Schellenberger's cross. On Cam Macri, and Schellenberger scores.
You talk about low angle pressure shooting. Schellenberger goes into Macri.
Huge man up here for Virginia. Down 2, 24 seconds left to go in this man up. Krieg is there. You can hear that up here.
Yeah.
That thud. Now this relentless Virginia ride. Can Carolina clear it? Broken sticks everywhere. It's violent out there. And Anderson emerges. And an open cage, and he hits the shot. And that's going to do it with 10 seconds left.
Leave it to the 5th-year senior. Chris Cotter, you mentioned Justin Anderson, 25 years old. He's got a lot of lacrosse experience. Came to Carolina.
Goal scorer on the night for North Carolina. Tucci. He'll fire a shot with just 3 seconds left. What an impressive win for the number 2 ranked North Carolina Tar Heels. They open up their account in the ACC with a big W on the road.
We're having fun.